For Pete's sake, have a cigar!
I've searched the internet and I've looked out there on Google, on YouTube, and I really haven't found a lot of information on cigar glue, or it's also called Goma, that the cigar rollers use. I actually went online and bought some off Amazon. It is priceless because you don't ever have to have a cigar that's ruined. You can repair them and still enjoy your cigar. It's just foolproof because if something comes in damaged, you can still keep it and still enjoy it. You don't have to waste it. So I will show you today how to use cigar glue for a couple different types of blemishes, or how cigars come in, and how to repair them so they're still smokable. This is my first time using cigar glue. I would recommend getting this one. There are several other types out there, but they are not this one. This one is made of a plant cellulose that doesn't have any taste. It's what the cigar rollers use, and I would highly recommend getting this before getting any of the other ones. I've read some bad reviews on people using the other ones to repair their cigars, and it didn't come out, or didn't last, or it, affected the taste and the flavors, and we don't want that. So like I said, I would highly recommend getting this one, and I will show you the link on Amazon. It's really easy to get, and I would highly recommend it. So on Amazon, what arrived is right here in this bag. Kind of looks like drugs, I know, but this is the Goma powder. It's a fine powder form. I got mine from the seller on Amazon was Roller's Choice, and it was $18 plus $4.49 shipping, and it is 100% Burmacol 320. And what I found out that was, it is a plant based water-soluble cellulose, which is just used as a cigar adhesive. So I smelled it, didn't really have any kind of smell. I'm going to try to make some of this up, and the only directions that I found is that you want to mix it until it's clear and then let it cool, and it's only good for a couple days. So if you're storing this, store it in the refrigerator. Other than that, after a couple days you might have to throw it out and just make some more. So just make very little bit, just as much as you need to use, and then throw it out and start new. So here we go. So right here, as you can see, this is pretty boiling. It's steaming pretty good. Don't make fun of me, I have a fluorescent green straw here. Anyway, just gonna dip it down into the boiling water a little bit. So as you can see, I got it just a little bit wet right now. Hasn't really changed to clear yet, so I'm gonna stir this around a little bit. Very pasty, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the boiling water. This stuff is gooey. It's probably why they call it cigar glue. And just kind of chopping this up. It's getting better. It's starting to get more clear. So I think the key here is to add not too much water, and just keep mixing it until you get it down to a nice clear consistency. And going and going and going. Well, this is what I ended up with right here. As you can see, it's not clear yet, but I've been running my finger across this, and it's kind of sticky and tacky like a gel, and I think it's going to work just fine. So I'm going to do some kind of everyday cigar issues you might have, whether it be a little pinhole in the wrapper that makes a really loose straw, or you have you cut the cap and it starts unraveling. I think this is going to change the game for me for cigars, as far as not having any issues and being able to enjoy every cigar to the fullest. So let's go through some of those right now. First, I'm going to cut my cigar and test the draw, and then create a problem and really open up the draw, and then use the cigar glue to see if I can make it a normal draw again. key here is save your cut. So here's my cut cigar. I'm going to test the draw. It's a nice firm draw. Now let's punch a hole in the wrapper and see what kind of draw it gets. Let's go use a toothpick here. And we're just going to puncture a nice hole through the cigar. I know it's a big no-no, but here we go. So now we have our hole. And just up the game, we're going to create several holes here, make a nice big gaping hole in the wrapper, really damage the wrapper. And this is the worst of the worst. Just someone dropped something on your cigar. Eesh. Alright, draw has really loosened up. So now, let's try to fix our cigar. Here's the cap that I just snipped off, I saved. I'm going to use this to repair my cigar. So what I'm choosing to do is I'm taking this punch and I'm going to cut a little piece off of here to use for my cigar. As you can see, I got a little circle there of stuff I can use. So right here is a tiny little circle. That's all I need to cover that hole. Let's use some cigar glue and see how it goes. This is probably going to be really hard because it's so small, but let's try it anyway. So I'm going to get just a little bit of the cigar glue. You don't want much. It's kind of hard to see, but a little bit of the paste on there. And I'm just going to dab a little on my little circle here. And here's the hole in my cigar. There we go. It's sticking nicely. Draw is back to normal. So there's one way to solve that one. Now let's go on to a total unravel and see how that works. So we have our next cigar, and let's say you get one of your newbie friends that says, well, I want to cut it. So he gets the cutter, doesn't ask any questions, goes in there, comes down way past the cap, and just slaughters it. And of course my example doesn't unravel at all. Well made cigar. Well anyways, for the sake of this video, there we go. So now we have quite a bit of unraveling, and this would not be fun to smoke at all. But we're going to get some of our Goma. We're going to peel back where the damaged area is. Put some cigar glue on the loose leaf and on the actual cigar right here. And then get this little tip right here, because that's what we want to stick the most. And it's working wonderful. It isn't absolutely perfect. And there's no taste to this either. It is absolutely tasteless, and it's ready to go instantly. So that is invaluable to me. I'm looking forward to using this more in the future. This has been my video on how to repair a cigar with cigar glue, and as it's always called, Goma. If you have any questions, please feel to comment below and I will try to answer them. Thanks for watching. For Pete's sake, have a cigar. And for Pete's sake, have a cigar and enjoy life. See you guys.
Donnie, this is not a cigarette.